Hello, Freightwaves! It's great to be back at another virtual event with you. I'm Kendall Scott, Director of Marketing for Turvo. The last 2 years have been volatile. I think we've learned that global events and regional incidents can cause disruption for supply chains at a moment's notice, and it creates chaos for the front lines and the back office. If anything, I do think it's brought supply chain professionals closer together so that we're stronger for the future unknowns. Turvo's enabling supply chain partners to tackle supply chains even in the midst of chaos in the most collaborative manner possible. Turvo offers true visibility for orders, shipments, and inventories, allowing logistics teams to plan, execute, and settle quickly and efficiently. Let me go ahead and introduce you to Jeff Graan, Vice President of Sales Engineering, who's going to give us a demonstration of the Turvo application. Go ahead and take it away, Jeff.
Thank you, Kendall. I'm excited to be here today to show you how Turvo is truly transforming logistics and supply chain networks around the globe. By just looking at the dashboard, the first thing that you're going to notice is Turvo looks different. That's because it truly is. Here within our dashboard, we can establish tiles on your behalf that are managing different data sets and processes across your supply chain. Each one of them configured around what your business rules are so you can manage what's within tolerance and outside of tolerance. Quickly identified areas in which you need to focus your time versus shipments that are merely passing through the system. Just by clicking on any one of those data fields allows you to drive deep down into your supply chain, getting at the root cause of your issues. Now, where does that data come from? Exposing the tray to the left gives you an idea of the different data elements that we can manage within Turvo. Those data elements can be then executed within Turvo, or we can pull in data from other systems using our API formats that we make available to all our customers. Let's dive down into shipments. Now, everybody's got shipments, but not like Turvo. If you look at it, the data is rich. We've got a lot of information, and looking at these shipments in varying degrees of completeness, you can get a quick and easy look and feel as to where they are in their supply chain life. Just picking on this shipment right here, even looking at the blue dot right in the center, that is showing me physically where that truck is, and I can also see where it's picking up, where it's going, and then exception-related data that would be exposed, say, in a triangle such as this. Now, the shipment I just highlighted down below, I can also see where it is in its invoicing process. Now, just by hovering over a shipment and clicking on our Fast Action button, I can also look at the different activities or tasks that I can take in each shipment. What that's doing is it's allowing you to take activity or take action without having to leave your screen. Again, another area which Turvo is driving efficiency. Moving down to inventory. Typically, inventory is accessed to a WMS system or maybe a phone call to my distribution center. In Turvo, we can ingest data from your WMSs and then bring that in and unify it across your logistics network, truly taking orders, inventory, and shipments and meshing them together. Let's look at some bolts. So from the bolts, I can quickly see that I've got what's expected, available, and what's confirmed as far as my inventory levels. I can also get down to see where and what location they're located in, and also individual orders that are either adding or depleting my inventory. Just by clicking on this, now I can see a shipment that's taking away my inventory from that warehouse without leaving my screens. To date, I haven't seen another system that allows you to mesh the data of order, inventory, and shipment visibility into one platform. Now, moving on to the Workbench. The Workbench gives you a great console in which you can manage those exceptions. Those can be triggered by autopilot rules. They also could be triggered by any one of your supply chain users inputting that data into Turvo. Just by highlighting any of these, I can quickly go through and see what the issues are. In this top one, I can see Amazon is my customer. They're inbound to Red Hook, and I can scroll without another area where I don't have to leave the screen. I can scroll through the shipment-related information. By doing so, I can see I've got a border issue, incorrect shipment information. It's been logged going into Red Hook, so I should probably act on that. Now, how easy is it to act on that? Super easy. All I'm going to do is click on that, and now I'm live in that shipment. As you can see, I've got an international shipment that is leaving North America. Awesome. So what we have is now I've got a multi-leg shipment, all contained within Turvo, where I could be having that data within Turvo or partners that are ingesting that data into Turvo. The leg that I'm looking at is I've got my North American leg going from Chicago to Red Hook. And I can see by that blue dot that that truck is halfway through its journey. This is where that exception started. Now, once I pass it off to Red Hook, it's going to now perform its ocean leg going over to Europe. An important note within Turvo is our multimodal functionality has now been enabled by a partner called OpenTrack. Now, a little bit more about the shipment. We've got a lot of information contained, and as you can see from these column headers, we've got different places to park the data. I can look at a timeline. That timeline is telling me exactly what's happening and who did what activity and when within this shipment. I can also look at my messenger, and that messenger is going to show me people I've communicated to about that shipment. I can communicate with somebody within Turvo. I can also look at somebody and communicate with them at my customer, at any one of those carriers, all in real time, associating that shipment with the message and then sending it to their Turvo tenant, sending it to a text, or also sending it to an email. Documentation, especially in a multi-leg international shipment, documentation can be a very challenging aspect to manage within your network. Not with Turvo. We can render some documents within Turvo. We also can have multiple users be able to drag and drop those documents within Turvo to have that information available for any user based on the proper security that has access to those documents. Our sharing functionality allows you to quickly and easily share information within Turvo to supply chain constituents around the globe. And that can be done by enabling a tenant or also sharing a link. Very quickly done in both fashions, and again, truly shrinking your supply chain around the world. Given the time that we have today, I'm going to have to say goodbye. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you enjoyed your time with Turvo, and looking forward to showing you more of what Turvo has to offer. Thank you.